Today we are discussing DC drive, second topic, that is one phase dual converter. One phase dual converter drives. This is coming under DC. This is for DC drives. See, for DC drive, we will be discussing two topics. So, in last class, we have discussed one. Now, this is the second one, one phase dual converter drives. Okay. Now, the circuit diagram. डायग्राम हो गया? हो गया, ओके। बाकी का हो गया? हेलो दिव्या, हो गया? हो गया, अच्छा। सो ये जो टॉपिक है दैट इज वन फेस डुअल कन्वर्टर ड्राइव्स. So one phase dual converter drive. Here we are taking a DC drive. DC drive means here we have taken DC separately excited DC motor, separately excited DC motor. So you can see armature, you can see armature resistance. Armature part is this whole branch: armature resistance, armature inductance, then armature induced EMF is EA. And what about the field winding? Field winding is separately excited. So as the name suggests, it should be fed by some other source. Okay, so जो field winding है, that is fed by another source, that is also VS. You can note down. This is also VS supply voltage. Same supply voltage is being given. All one phase AC supply. Okay, so so now talking about this armature side. Now armature is fed with the help of dual converter. Dual converter, if you have gone through one phase dual converter, you can understand, if you can recall back, dual converter consists of two converters connected back to back, or you can say two converters connected in anti-parallel with each other. Okay, and in between them lies the load. So here the load is the armature circuit. Armature circuit means RA, LA and EA. Okay, so first converter is your converter 1. See, converter 1 I have shown here. Converter 1 consisting of one phase converter consisting of T11, T12, T13, T14, four number of thyristor, and are being fed with a one phase AC supply, and it is being connected here. I am showing the green dots. So supply voltage is connected between these 2 points. Okay, so this is first converter. And what about the second converter? This set forms the second converter, which is consisting of again four thyristors: T1, T21, T22, T23, and T24. And this has to be connected in anti-parallel. Converter 2 is connected in anti-parallel with converter 1. Ulta connected है, ठीक है? In dual converter, it is used to be connected like this. Okay, and it is being connected, converter 2 is being connected with the help of, once again, a one phase AC supply, different AC supply. Okay, having the same amplitude. All the three phase, all the three numbers of one phase AC supply are having the same amplitude. Okay, so VS. And about the supply, this is about the armature side. So armature circuit is acting as a load which is connected to two numbers of converter, which as a whole are acting as a dual converter. And what about the field winding? Field winding is shown with the help of this coil. You can see this is our field winding. Okay, field winding is connected with the help of a full converter. Again, here there is a full converter which is not being shown, but it is understood. Okay, this is not being shown. This is again a full converter, means field winding is separately excited by means of another source Vs, and its voltage means Vf, means voltage drop across the field winding is being controlled with the help of one phase full converter. But here armature circuit is being controlled by means of one phase dual converter. Okay, so dual converter, one of the big advantages that dual converter can operate, it can operate all the four quadrants. It covers all the four quadrants: first, second, third and fourth. So we'll see that how it is able to control and what are the equations. ठीक है, समझ में आया सर्किट? रब कर रही हूँ. Okay, so equations, let us discuss the equation for converter 1. Dual converter का converter 1. So write down for converter 1. Write down for converter 1. Converter 1. So for converter 1, Vt is equal to V naught. V naught I have already shown in the circuit diagram. You can once again you can see V naught means voltage drop across the whole armature circuit, which is consisting of Ra, La and Ea. Okay, so Vt. So for this one, according to the formula for one phase full wave fully controlled bridge rectifier, 2 Vm by pi cos alpha. This is the formula. So I'm writing alpha 1, where alpha 1 should lie within 0 to 180. Alpha 1 means firing angle for converter 1. If you wish, you can write down alpha 1 shows the symbol for firing angle for converter 1. Okay, now converter 2. Now next converter 2. So if first converter is working, then you can write down the equation. Previous equation you can name it. Previous equation you can name it equation number 1. Now for converter 2, when converter 1 is working, then you are getting a Vt. Okay, and when the converter 2 is working, converter 1 is remaining in off condition. ठीक है, बोलने का मतलब दोनों कन्वर्टर्स में से एक कन्वर्टर एट अ टाइम काम कर रहा है, तो जब कन्वर्टर 1 ऑपरेट करेंगे तो 2 ऑफ रहेगा, और जब 2 ऑन करेंगे तो 1 शुड बी ऑफ. So when we are using converter 2, what is Vt? Vt means voltage drop across armature circuit. So load is remaining the same for both the converter. So its equation is 2 Vm by pi. Same formula is means it is a standardized formula. So 2 Vm by pi cos alpha 2, equation number 2, where alpha 2 shows firing angle for converter 2. Okay, 2 Vm by pi cos alpha 2. So when converter 2 is working, converter 1 should be in off condition, right? So now what is the relationship between alpha 1 and alpha 2? If you remember or recall your dual converter, there is a formula for dual converter operation. Alpha 1 plus alpha 2 should be 180 always. Sum of alpha 1 plus alpha 2 should be 180 always. For example, if you are firing converter 1, say at alpha 1 is equal to 30 degree, then alpha 2 should be 180 minus 30, that is 150. This is the formula. This thing we have already discussed in dual converter. Okay, so this was about converter 1 and converter 2. Now let us discuss about the field converter. On field side, I haven't shown the circuit because the space was not enough, so I wrote full converter, isn't it? So for that full converter, that you can name it as field converter, what will be the equation? So write down field for field converter. Field converter VF. Have have I shown VF शायद मैंने नहीं दिखाया ना. VF you can show in your diagram. ये जो मैंने field winding बनाया था, so there you can show. This is missing. VF means voltage drop across field winding. Just show in your circuit diagram. ठीक है, हो गया ये वाला. Okay, VF is equal to same formula 2 Vm by pi. I'm taking alpha 3 in this case. So 2 Vm by pi cos alpha is the standard formula. For this one, it will be 2 Vm by pi cos alpha 3, where alpha 3 is firing angle for converter. Same thing, firing angle for converter, field converter. Write down firing angle for field converter. Firing angle for field converter. I'm writing in short, huh? Field converter. Right? Okay. This, this is first quadrant and this is third quadrant, isn't it? So if one wishes to operate the motor in first quadrant and second quadrant, okay, in first or second quadrant, means you can write for operation in fourth है हाँ sorry first and fourth, for operation in first and fourth quadrant, if you wish to operate the DC drive in your first and fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant, then which converter to be used? Converter 1 should be used. Okay, so this is the highlighting point, first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So converter 1 should be used if you want to control the motor in your first quadrant and say fourth quadrant. For that, converter 1 should be used. So write down converter 1. So in this quadrant, you can write down, this is x-axis shows IA and y-axis shows V not VT. Okay, VT you can write down. VT means voltage drop across. Are you able to see na? VT. This is VT. VT and IA. IA means armature current. I haven't shown. I think armature current शायद मैंने दिखाया नहीं. दिखा सकते हो डायग्राम में. ये जो ऐसा डायग्राम था, you can show there IA. Okay, so IA for first and fourth quadrant, IA will be positive, whereas the voltage drop across armature circuit can be positive as well as negative. So that is why first and fourth. So for this, converter 1 should be used. Converter 2 इस time में off रहेगा. ठीक है. Now next, if you wish to control second and third, shall I rub it? हो गया ना? Now for second, जो बाकी बचा, second and third. So this is IA and this should be VT. So this is second and this is third. So for operation in second and third quadrant, converter 2 should be used. For operation in second and third quadrant, converter 2 should be used. So now the question arises, then what is the use of that field winding? Field winding that is separately excited. Okay, that is separately excited by means of one phase full wave converter and a separate source. So the role of field winding is to provide a flux which will be able to control the speed in these quadrants, first, second, third, and fourth. And as because it is a separately excited, that is why it is being supplied by means of another one phase separate one phase AC source, and so that we can control its flux and the output voltage of voltage drop across this field winding. For this purpose we are also using another converter on the field side. So that was about this topic. Okay, now we are moving to our next topic. Next topic, shall I rub? हो गया? Okay, so DC drive, see, in DC drive, AC drive is a very huge topic, just like an ocean. So for the time being, we will be discussing only the important one. Okay, so next we are moving towards another topic, that is AC drives. AC drive. DC drive, we have discussed two topics. Okay, now AC drives. AC drives will be discussing three topics. Okay, so AC drive. So in DC drives, we have discussed that is DC drive is mainly your DC series motor. Either we are using DC series motor or DC separately excited motor. But for the last two topic which we have discussed, we have seen that we have only used DC separately excited motor. Okay, now if a AC drive, which kind of AC motors can we use? See, there are various kinds of AC motors are there. Okay, can you just name them? AC motors? Huh. Then induction motor, synchronous motor, or hmm? So induction motor and synchronous motor. So either we can use induction motor or we can use synchronous motor as a DC drive. AC drive. AC drive means these motor, either of these motor plus power electronic converter. I have already told that power electronic converters, PECs, apostrophe S, plus motor makes a drive. A combination of power electronic converter plus motor makes a drive. So by saying AC drive means some power electronic converter, suitable power electronic converters plus either of these motor will make AC drives. Okay. Okay, so there are we will be discussing three important topics under AC drives. Okay, so now the first one, let us discuss the first one. So here comes the first topic under AC drive, that is V by F So first topic is V by F method of speed control of induction machine or induction motor, you can say. Okay. So is it over? Topic? Okay. So let us discuss some equations. Then we'll be discussing the theory part and the circuit diagrams also. So initially we'll be requiring help of some equations. Okay. So write down V1 is equal to square root of 2 pi F1 N1 phi K. So V1, write down what is V1. V1 is stator. 1 means stator. 2 means rotor. Okay. So write down V1 stands for stator voltage per phase. Stator voltage per phase. V1 is stator voltage per phase. F1 is frequency, stator frequency. Actually, stator is fed with supply, isn't it? One phase supply or three phase supply. So F1 denotes the supply frequency or the stator frequency. N1 is number of turns of stator winding. Phi shows the flux, and K is a proportionality constant. Okay. Now another equation. Now TEST. TEST stands for starting torque. You can write down TEST is your starting torque. Starting torque is equal to 3 by omega s into um, V1 square into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 whole square plus X1 plus X2 plus whole square. Now, what is TEST? TEST is your starting torque. You can write down TEST is starting torque. Omega S. Omega is 2 pi Fs. Omega S is equal to 2 pi S. 2 pi Fs. That is angular supply frequency. Angular supply frequency. Okay, V1 is known to use stator voltage. R1 is stator resistance. R2 is rotor resistance. X1 is um, stator inductive reactance. X2 is rotor inductive reactance, right? So in this equation number 2, sum of R1 plus R2 means stator resistance plus rotor resistance is very very smaller than sum of stator inductive reactance plus rotor inductive reactance. Okay, so we can, if this is smaller than this, so now what will happen to the square of this value? Square of If R1 plus R2 sum is small, then the square value will again be very small. Say for example, 5. Say for R1 plus R2 is 5. So 5 square is, um, okay, it is very small actually. Okay, so say for example 0.5. 0.5 square is 0.25. So again it will be a very smaller value in comparison, and x1 plus x2 whole square will be a bigger value if you are taking a square comparison. Okay, so we'll be neglecting this r1 plus r2 whole square in the numerator, sorry, denominator side, isn't it? And one more change which we are doing is omega s, that is your stator, omega s is your supply angular frequency. P means number of poles. P stands for number of poles. Number of poles. Okay, so omega s is equal to 2 omega 1 by P. If you are taking, and if you are, if we are substituting these two things in equation number 2, then what are the changes which we are getting? So substituting in equation number 2. So 3P by 2 omega 1, right? See, now x1 is equal to omega x1 is inductive reactance. X is equal to omega into L, isn't it? X is equal to omega into L. So x1 is equal to omega 1 square into omega 1 into L1. Omega 2 is omega 1 into L2. So taking omega 1 square outside, we are getting a thing like this. And then further modifying this equation. हाँ, R1 R2 का सम स्मॉलर है L1 प्लस L2 से, ठीक है, मैंने एग्जांपल लिया ना, जैसे 0.5 है समझ लो, और x1 प्लस x2 है 1, ठीक है, फिर 0.5 का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो 0.25 हो जा रहा है, और भी कम हो जा रहा है, तो हम लोग उसको नेग्लेक्ट कर दे रहे हैं, ठीक है। हाँ, L1 x1 प्लस x2 का होल स्क्वायर, so x I am replacing by omega into L, this one. हाँ, तो मैंने ओमेगा 1 स्क्वायर जो कॉमन था उसको मैंने बाहर निकाल दिया, ठीक है अभिषेक, क्लियर हुआ? अच्छा, हाँ, वेट वेट वेट, ओमे नहीं नहीं नहीं, ओमेगा सेम है। अच्छा, एक मिनट रुक जाओ। हाँ ये, हाँ हाँ, रुको रुको रुको, x1 + x2 होल स्क्वायर, इजंट इट? तो वहाँ पे ओमेगा, हम्म, अच्छा, इसको मैं ऐसे लिखती हूँ, करेक्शन। अब ठीक है, अभी ठीक है ना? ओके, सो 3p/2 ओमेगा 1, नेक्स्ट आई एम राइटिंग दिस होल स्क्वायर आर, हाँ ओमेगा 1, दोनों के लिए ओमेगा 1 लिया हुआ है, क्योंकि ओमेगा 1 जो है वो शो कर रहा है स्टेटर का फ्रीक्वेंसी, एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी। तो रोटर को हम सेपरेटली कुछ कोई सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी से कनेक्ट नहीं कर रहे ना, इसलिए उसको ओमेगा 1 लिया गया। दिस इज द रीजन। सो फाइनली इट इज कमिंग लाइक दिस। हाँ, सो मेक इट इक्वेशन नंबर कितना चलेगा हम लोग का? 3 ना, 3। सो दैट वाज स्टार्टिंग टॉर्क। नाउ मैक्सिमम टॉर्क, मैक्सिमम टॉर्क डिस्कस करके फिर थ्योरी डिस्कस करना है, ठीक है? जो इम्पोर्टेंट इक्वेशंस है वही बता रही है, ऐसे तो बहुत सारा इक्वेशंस है इसमें, ठीक है? तो ये लिख लो पहले, फिर मुझे बताना कंप्लीट हुआ या नहीं। ओके, सो दैट वाज TEST, starting torque. Starting torque means the torque which is required in the very beginning to start the induction motor. Now next we will be writing expression for maximum torque. So TEM, write down, the symbol means maximum torque. So this is the formula. ओमेगा एस को मैं रिप्लेस कर रही हूँ बाई मीन्स ऑफ जो अभी हम लोगों ने लिखा था 2 ओमेगा 1/p, दिस इज इनटू, हाँ, सो 3/2 ओमेगा 1/p, ओके? ओमेगा एस इज बीइंग रिप्लेस बाय 2 ओमेगा 1/p, अभी हम लोगों ने लिखा था। नाउ इनटू V1 स्क्वायर, now x is equal to omega into L1, so omega 1 omega 2 जो है that is omega 1, so omega 1 L1 plus L2, 3/4, 2 into 2 4, over equation। ओके, सो इक्वेशन नंबर 3 एक बार देखना, इक्वेशन नंबर 3 एक बार देखो, 3 देखो, वहां पे एक है ना V1/ओमेगा 1 होल स्क्वायर, एक टर्म आ रहा है ना इक्वेशन में, V1/ओमेगा 1। सो V1 है तुम्हारा स्टेटर वोल्टेज एंड ओमेगा 1 इज योर स्टेटर एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी। सो V1/ओमेगा 1 में उसको हम लोग कांस्टेंट रख रहे हैं इस मेथड के अकॉर्डिंगली, V/F मेथड ऑफ स्पीड कंट्रोल ऑफ इंडक्शन मोटर, हियर V by F रेशियो मतलब वोल्टेज बाई फ्रीक्वेंसी जो रेशियो है उसको सेम रखना है, सेम रख के स्पीड को कंट्रोल करना है। सो V by F मेथड और वोल्टेज बाय फ्रीक्वेंसी मेथड बोलते हैं इसको। सो इसमें इक्वेशन नंबर 3 में V1 बाई ओमेगा 1 को कांस्टेंट रखेंगे, ठीक है। तो अगर इसको कांस्टेंट रखते हैं तो फ्लक्स भी सेम होगा, कांस्टेंट रहेगा। और मैक्सिमम टॉर्क में भी तुम इक्वेशन नंबर 4 में देखो V1 बाई ओमेगा 1, यहाँ पे भी V1 बाई ओमेगा 1 टर्म आ रहा है, इसको भी कांस्टेंट रखा जाएगा। ओके, सो नाउ देयर इज अनदर डायग्राम जहाँ से पता चल रहा है ये कैसे कैसे वेरी हो रहा है। हाँ, इक्वेशन से उतना अच्छे से पता नहीं चलेगा। सो देयर इज वन डायग्राम, सो लेट अस डिस्कस दैट। अच्छा, टेल मी, स्लिप स्लिप पता है ना तुम लोग को? एस क्या होता है बताओ? हाँ, एन एस माइनस एन आर बाई, हाँ, सो दिस इज स्लिप फ्रीक्वेंसी। अच्छा, और एक होता है एस एम, एक फैक्टर होता है एस एम। एस एम स्टैंड्स फॉर स्लिप एट विच मैक्सिमम टॉर्क अकर। ऐसा स्लिप का वैल्यू जहाँ पे मैक्सिमम टॉर्क होता है, स्लिप एट विच मैक्सिमम टॉर्क का सिंबल मैं लिख देती हूँ, दैट इज टी एम, मतलब मैक्सिमम टॉर्क अकर्स। अच्छा, ये चीज बताओ तो, इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट पता है ना इंडक्शन मोटर का? एक छोटा सा डायग्राम बता देती हूँ, थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप हो जाएगा। So this is per phase equivalent circuit of three phase induction motor. You can also take it for one phase also. So R1 X1 belongs to resistance and inductive reactance of stator. One means stator. Okay. X2 belongs to inductive reactance of rotor. R2 by S जो है वो refer to stator किया गया है. Okay. So these are all means rotor values are referred to the stator value. ठीक है, तो x2 रह रहा है, R2 जो है वो चेंज हो गया R2 by S. So by changing the slip value, S means slip. By changing the slip, actually ये S term नहीं होता है for transformer because transformer is a static device. So there S is equal to S does not exist actually. Okay, so for that case, R1, X1, X2, and R2. But for as because this is a rotating device, so slip is coming into picture. So that is why R2 by S is there. And so current flowing through this is your I2. Total current is your I1, and in between IE is flowing, that is through XM. XM means in between rotor and stator, though they are not magnetically coupled, but some in the air gap, some magnetic inductive reactance is there in the air gap. So that is your XM. Okay, and the current. So this XM is not present actually. XM is a virtual inductive reactance. It's a virtual thing. It's not a real thing. And IE is the current flowing through this XM. So this shows per phase equivalent circuit. So slip we have already discussed. It is slip अभी हम लोग discuss किए थे NS sorry S is equal to NS minus NR by NS. That is synchronous speed minus the speed at which the rotor rotates, NR, divided by the synchronous speed. Synchronous speed formula is NS का formula क्या है? 120 F by P. F is frequency, P stands for number of poles. Now इसको angular frequency में भी लिख सकते हैं, omega S in terms of angular frequency. इक्वेशन नंबर कितना चल रहा था? 5 4 4. ओके, इक्वेशन नंबर 4. ये 5 होगा. इसके पहले क्या था? 4 4 में क्या लिखे थे? मैक्सिमम. ओके, ठीक है. अभी और एक इक्वेशन है, उसके बाद थ्योरी डिस्कस करते हैं. एक डायग्राम भी बाकी है. एक क्या करेंगे उसको? कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. अच्छा, इसका फॉर्मूला मैंने बताया क्या? एसएम एसएम नहीं ना? ओके, अच्छा क्या होता है बताया, ठीक है. सो एस एम इज इक्वल टू स्लिप एट विच मैक्सिमम टॉर्क अकर्स. हाँ, सो इट इज now the formula is R2 by X1 plus X2, or we can also write R2 by taking omega 1 outside, L1 plus L2. 6, equation number 6. तो यहाँ पे जो ये ओमेगा 1 जो टर्म है, ये सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी. दिस शोज सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी. ओके, तो ये इस इक्वेशन में एक चीज स्टडी कर सकते हैं. जैसे जैसे सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी रिड्यूस होगा, सपोज रिड्यूस करते हैं, तो स्लिप एट विच द मैक्सिमम टॉर्क अकर्स क्या होगा? इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी अगर हम डिक्रीज करेंगे तो स्लिप, जिस स्लिप में मैक्सिमम टॉर्क होगा वो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. इनवर्सली रिलेटेड. ठीक है. नाउ देयर इज अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. X-axis is torque and y-axis is speed. Diagram over. Okay, okay. So this characteristic is your torque speed characteristic of a one phase or three phase induction motor, you can say. So in this case, when suppose you are having, and this pink line shows, pink straight line shows a maximum value of maximum torque. Okay, maximum torque. And this green line shows the load torque. TL means load torque. Okay, so we are drawing the torque speed characteristic for different values of speed. Okay, so like for, say we are starting from the bottom part, omega S1, S4. Okay, omega S4. So when we are increasing the torque, the speed is changing. So we get a characteristic like this, which is like this. Torque speed characteristic. So it is reaching its maximum torque at the speed of the uh, motor itself, that is omega S4. Okay, but and again for another speed, say omega S3, omega s3, it is also reaching because it is where it the point at which it is intersecting the maximum torque is same. You see, almost same. Here also it is same, but here it is different slightly. The characteristic is upward, so that is why I wrote for omega s4 and omega s3. The maximum value of the speed is also same, corresponding to the maximum torque, but for omega s4 and omega s1, omega m1 is different from omega s1. You see, I have shown with the help of this blue line the point at which it is intersecting the maximum torque, its corresponding speed value is your omega m1. So omega m1 is different from omega s1. Similarly, omega m1, which is inter corresponding value of the maximum torque speed, okay, that is omega m2, is different from omega s2, whereas for omega s3 and omega s4, its corresponding maximum frequency is also same. So one thing is clear from this diagram is, ये जो diagram करने का purpose यही है कि by changing, when you are changing both frequency, voltage and frequency, both when you are changing वोल्टेज और फ्रीक्वेंसी को अगर हम जब चेंज करते हैं, नॉट चेंजिंग मच, हाँ, ऐसा नहीं कि फ्रीक्वेंसी को बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज कर दिया, ऐसा नहीं. So when we are changing means it is understood within double code, it is understood that we are changing voltage and frequency below their rated value. ऐसा नहीं कि rated value को हम cross कर लिए. So V by F, changing V by F means we are changing, we are varying voltage or frequency, voltage and frequency usually below their rated value. Rated value का जो voltage होगा उससे उसको reduce करना है, फ्रीक्वेंसी का जो रेटेड वैल्यू होगा से 50 हर्ट्ज है तो 50 हर्ट्ज से नीचे लाना है, या जो भी वैल्यू है उससे नीचे, रेटेड वैल्यू से नीचे लाना है. द स्पीड, if we are doing this, when we are changing voltage by frequency, obviously the speed is going to change, which is very much clear from this diagram. देखो speed increase या decrease हो रहा है, ठीक है. when we are changing frequency, the speed is going to change, ठीक है. अच्छा, तो ये जो v बाई एफ जो है, जिसको कि हम लोग को कांस्टेंट रखना है एज पर दिस मेथड, v बाई एफ कंट्रोल मीन्स वोल्टेज बाय फ्रीक्वेंसी कंट्रोल, दिस v बाई एफ रेशियो वी हैव टू वैरी इन सच अ मैनर दैट दिस रेशियो शुड रिमेन द सेम, ठीक है. ये इस मेथड का मोटो है. ओके, सो हाउ can we achieve this v by f control with the help of power electronic converter? Means in the sense of AC drive, how can we achieve this? We are discussing this is only for motor. Now how to incorporate this v by f control method using power electronic converter? So that's we will be discussing right now. Okay, so there are you can say there are four circuit configurations which can help for achieving this v by f control. ठीक है, so write down next. अच्छा, now first of all we'll be discussing कि किस टाइप का देखो पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्वर्टर्स, देयर आर सो मेनी पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्वर्टर्स. सो which question arises, which converters to be used so that we can control this v by f speed control method? So out of all power electronic converter, especially for this method v by f control method, either we have to use three phase inverter, either we can use this three phase inverter or we can use the cyclo converter. Okay, so now the thing is where to use inverter and where to use cyclo converter. So inverters are used for medium power drive, low and medium, okay, medium. So for low and medium power drives, three-phase inverters are used. And where can we use the cycloconverter? Cycloconverter are used for high power drives. High rated induction drives or AC drives, for that cycloconverters are used. High power drives matlab say for example लोकोमोटिव्स हो गया, कोई मिल हो गया, जैसे पेपर मिल हो गया, सीमेंट मिल हो गया, स्टील प्लांट हो गया, वहाँ पे साइक्लो कन्वर्टर्स हाई पावर ड्राइव्स जहाँ पे है देयर इफ यू वांट टू कंट्रोल V by F कंट्रोल मेथड साइक्लो कन्वर्टर्स आर यूज्ड एंड फॉर लो एंड मीडियम पावर ड्राइव्स थ्री फेज इन्वर्टर्स आर यूज्ड. ठीक है. नाउ हाउ कैन वी अचीव V by F कंट्रोल यूजिंग डिफरेंट circuits? Okay, so now next, what are the different circuit configurations which can be used for this V by F control method? क्या क्या जा रहा है? नॉइज आ रहा है? मैं तो कुछ नहीं की, कहीं और से आ रहा है, मेरे को भी आ रहा है. दिव्या कुछ कर रही है क्या? ओ देखो बारिश हो रहा है, मैं कुछ नहीं कर रही हूँ, मैं चुपचाप रूम में बैठी हूँ. अभिषेक तो करेगा नहीं, तो दिव्या रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इसके लिए. दिव्या कहाँ रहते हो? हेलो. ओ धनबाद में. ठीक है. सो देर आर 4 circuit configurations so that we can achieve V by F control. तुम्हें पता नहीं? झूठ बोल रही है. ए तुम झूठ क्यों बोल रही हो? नहीं नहीं, मुझे याद है, दिव्या मुझे बताई थी एक बार, मुझे अभी याद आ रहा है, वो बताई थी मुझे, धनबाद में रहती है. अच्छा ठीक है, बाद में हिसाब किताब कर लेना. ठीक है. सो देर आर 4 circuit configuration for this V by F speed control method. ठीक है. तो वन बाय वन हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, इजी है, बस एक बार देखने से समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है. 4 circuit configuration, so one by one we'll be discussing first वाला. First, number 1. So circuit diagram for this. अच्छा थोड़ा स्मॉल करना पड़ेगा स्पेस. PWM inverter. Okay. थ्री फेस IM मतलब इंडक्शन मोटर. This is diagram A, first configuration. डायग्राम हो गया? ओके, ये जो मैंने बॉक्स में बनाया, ये है डायोड, नीचे लिख सकते हो, दिस इज डायोड ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर। तो इसमें कौन सा वाला कन्वर्टर यूज कर रहे हैं? विच टाइप ऑफ power electronic converter are we using? We are using PWM inverter. Okay, so first of all, three phase AC supply is given. So look at the circuit diagram. Three phase AC supply is given, so it is red. Okay, then yellow phase, then blue phase. So three phase AC supply is given to a diode bridge rectifier. So जो three phase AC supply आया, that it will convert into DC, isn't it? So output of diode bridge rectifier is a DC. But क्या वो pure DC होगा? क्या वो pure DC होगा diode bridge rectifier से? देखो, अगर full wave कर रहे हैं तो इस तरह से आएगा आउटपुट, isn't it? तो क्या ये pure DC है जो output of diode bridge rectifier? Yes or no? No. So that is why we need to have a filter circuit. So यहाँ पे L and C जो parallel combination दिख रहा है in between, that is acting as a filter circuit. ठीक है, तो ये filter circuit का काम क्या है? The function of this LC filter circuit is to smooth the DC output voltage which is being generated from the diode bridge rectifier. जो ये हमारा आउटपुट ऐसा आ रहा है, इसको स्मूथन करेगा। स्मूथन करेगा मीन्स ऐसे कांस्टेंट लाना है, कांस्टेंट डीसी, ठीक है। एंड ये जो डीसी सॉरी फिल्टर सर्किट जो है, ये जो फिल्टर सर्किट हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, एलसी फिल्टर सर्किट, दैट इज एक्टिंग एज अ लिंक बिटवीन डायोड ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर, डायोड डायोड इज एक्टिंग एज अ लिंक बिटवीन डायोड ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर एंड पीडब्ल्यूएम इन्वर्टर, डायोड ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर ना पीडब्ल्यूएम इन्वर्टर, इट्स एक्टिंग एज अ लिंक के जैसे काम कर रहा है ना। तो इस सर्किट को, ये वाला जो पार्ट ऑफ सर्किट है, इसको इसको दूसरा नाम भी है, दैट इज डीसी लिंक। There is a other name for this LC filter, that is DC link. So the main function of this DC link circuit, DC link circuit, this DC link circuit is to smoothen the output voltage generated by the diode bridge rectifier, and this constant or regulated DC output voltage is being given as an input to PWM inverter. Now PWM inverter we have already understood. PWM inverter we have already understood in that in PWM inverter we used to give the DC input voltage and we are getting the AC output voltage. Input is AC and sorry, input is DC and output is variable AC. Now that variable AC we will be giving to three phase induction motor. So our induction motor is lying over here. Okay, so what is the role of PWM inverter then? So PWM inverter is basically used for varying both voltage and frequency. हम लोग V by F control कर रहे, so voltage variation as well as frequency variation is both are being done with the help of PWM inverter. PWM inverter we have understood in the last few classes that there are many methods, single pulse modulation, multiple pulse modulation, sinusoidal PWM. So there pulse can be generated in such a manner that voltage and frequency both can be varied. ठीक है, इन सच अ मैनर दैट V by F is kept constant, एंड वो वाला इस तरह से कंट्रोल किया जाता है सो दैट वी विल बी एबल टू अचीव द स्पीड कंट्रोल ऑफ इंडक्शन मोटर। ठीक है. So this is first configuration, circuit configuration to control the speed control of DC AC इंडक्शन मोटर. ठीक है, समझ में आया. तो यहाँ पे जो 3 फेज इंडक्शन मोटर प्लस पीडब्ल्यूएम इन्वर्टर जो है इसको हम कहेंगे ड्राइव, एसी ड्राइव. ठीक है, तो अब ड्राइव का समझ में थोड़ा थोड़ा आ रहा है ना. मोटर प्लस पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्वर्टर मीन्स ड्राइव. ओके, नाउ द सेकेंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. क्लियर हुआ सबको? ओके, नाउ द सेकेंड वन. So second one, write down second circuit configuration. So draw the diagram. Diagram over. Okay. So in this case, this side you can write down. यहाँ पे लिख सकते हो. This is 3 phase AC supply. ठीक है, this side 3 phase AC supply we are giving as an input. Then we are giving it to diode bridge rectifier. Output of diode bridge rectifier is a DC. So that DC we are giving first to a chopper. Okay, so here it is being marked with the help of yellow lines, chopper. Okay, so the chopper output is given to DC link circuit, which is a combination of L and C. Okay, and then the output of this chopper means smoothened output of this chopper is given to the inverter. Now inverter will convert this DC, fixed DC to variable AC, which will be given to 3 phase induction motor. So now the question arises. So inverter basically controls or varies V and F, means voltage and frequency. So voltage and frequency are being controlled by inverter basically. Now the question arises, why are we using chopper? So here chopper varies the input DC voltage to the inverter, and the main use of chopper is to reduce the harmonic injection into the three phase AC supply. So if you wish, you can note down, chopper helps to reduce harmonic injection. Chopper helps to reduce harmonic injection into three phase AC supply. Okay, now the third configuration. Third one. So draw the diagram. ओके, सो थ्री फेज एसी सप्लाई इज गिवन टू फेज कंट्रोल रेक्टिफायर. देखो पहले का जितना भी केसेस था हम लोग डायोड ब्रिज रेक्टिफाई यूज किए थे, बट यहाँ पे फेज कंट्रोल रेक्टिफायर मीन्स थ्री फेज है, तो थ्री फेज फुल वे फुल्ली कंट्रोल ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर इज यूज्ड. Okay, so so AC is converted to DC. Now this is being fed to DC link circuit to smoothen the DC output, and that DC constant DC is given to the inverter circuit. Inverter will convert DC to variable AC, which will be given to three phase induction motor. So here in the V by F control method, this voltage will be controlled by means of this phase control rectifier. How can we control this voltage? By changing the firing angle of all the thyristor, we can control the output voltage. That is, voltage is being controlled by means of rectifier, and frequency is changed by means of inverter circuit. But both are changed in such a manner that V by F is kept constant and the speed can be regulated. Desired speed of this three phase induction motor can be achieved. Okay. Now the fourth one. Fourth, last. हो गया, ओके। सो फर्स्ट हम लोग 3 फेज एसी सप्लाई दे रहे हैं टू डुअल कन्वर्टर। सो अभी ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर के जगह पे वी आर यूजिंग डुअल कन्वर्टर। सो डुअल कन्वर्टर मतलब अभी हम लोग स्टार्टिंग में भी डिस्कस किए थे, डुअल कन्वर्टर मीन्स टू फुल कन्वर्टर्स कनेक्टेड बैक टू बैक। तो देख सकते हो दोनों एंटी पैरेलल में कनेक्टेड है, देखो, ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे AC is converted to DC with the help of dual converter. Dual converter is basically rectifier. Two full controlled converters are connected back to back, so it mainly converts AC to DC, variable DC. Now that variable DC is smoothened with the help of the CLC filter, that is DC link circuit, and that output um, you can say that DC smoothened DC is given as an input to the inverter circuit, and inverter converts this DC to variable AC, which is given to 3-phase induction motor for the purpose of its speed control. तो यहाँ पे जो V by F है, so V is mainly controlled by means of this dual converter, and F is frequency is controlled with the help of inverter, so that V by F is kept constant, and the speed can be varied for this induction motor. ठीक है। नाउ फाइनल कंक्लूजन कि ये जो स्पीड कंट्रोल हो रहा है, फाइनल कंक्लूजन दैट which type of speed control is possible, which kind, not type, which kind of speed control is possible with V by F control. आई थिंक ये वाला मेथड तुम लोग मशीन में भी पढ़े होगे, पढ़े हो ना, वही सेम ही है, बट लैब भी किया हो। बस इसका यही है कि इसको हम लोग PEC यूज करके, पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्वर्टर यूज, उसमें यूज किया गया था क्या लैब में? इनबिल्ट था, हाँ। तो V बाई एफ बिना PEC का नहीं होगा, ठीक है। तो अब थोड़ा थोड़ा क्लियर हो रहा है ना कि कैसे उसका एप्लीकेशन आता है मोटर में PEC का, ठीक है। तो ये जो V बाई एफ स्पीड कंट्रोल है, मेथड है, दिस ऑफर्स स्पीड कंट्रोल सो V बाई एफ कंट्रोल मेथड जो है, इट ऑफर्स स्पीड कंट्रोल फ्रॉम स्टैंड स्टिल। स्टैंड स्टिल मतलब एकदम रोटर स्पीड इज इक्वल टू 0, वहां से लेके अप टू द रेटेड स्पीड। अप टू द रेटेड मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल रेटेड स्पीड है 3000 आरपीएम, सो 3000 आरपीएम मतलब 0 से लेके 3000 आरपीएम, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं होगा, ठीक है। so it is just, if you just compare with the DC motor, it is the speed control is same as your armature voltage control method. Armature control method also does the same thing. Speed is controlled below the rated speed, so here also speed can be controlled below the rated speed, not more than the rated speed, ठीक है। so this completes our DC drive and AC drive का एक टॉपिक। नाउ AC drive we are left with 2 more topics, कल करेंगे, ठीक है।